we're gathered here today. No, okay. No. Hey, everybody! Welcome to the Luthierist podcast Christmas special.
Merry Christmas.
I wish we had some jingles, like sleigh bell sounds. Like if I had, you know what I mean? Like, there you go.
Yes.
A cup of pens. That'll work. I'm Paul Rhoney, and I am joined today with co-host Jason Rodgers. You want to say hi, Jason?
Oh, hi, Jason.
It's so awkward. Producer Matt Smith.
Hello.
Starting early. Okay. And welcome to this is the Luthierist podcast Christmas special.
Welcome.
Had this planned for a while now.
Really?
I think I've been talking about this for months.
I heard about this like 2 days ago.
I've known this was going to be the Christmas special episode, that we were going to do this for a while now. But new listeners might not have any clue what's going on if I don't explain.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Right? Okay. So, longtime listeners of the show may remember Christmas episodes of yore. And me telling a certain story about a Christmas play that I did when I was a child. Of which I have very few actual memories of it. It was kind of a whole production, and but I got one of very few sort of starring roles in the thing.
Wow.
You know,
Lucky you. I was a tree.
right? Yeah. So you were a tree,
not so good
other
with the
kids
words
in
at
the
that
class. Other kids in the class were definitely also trees. And then there was kind of like a section of the class that was like 12 of the kids or whatever that just had to stand there and basically be the narrator and all say the lines at the same time, which probably made a total cacophony. But and my friend Aaron got the title role. He got the sort of like the antagonist, pivotal character of the thing, who we will meet soon. And I got the role of Santa Claus.
Oh.
And
Ho, ho, ho. I would not expect that.
Indeed.
Because my Christmas play, my fat friend Wesley got this role of Santa Claus.
Yeah, well, I had a number of pillows stuffed under my my outfit.
Wesley.
And I had very, very few lines, but what I do remember about it was that I had to hide in a fake chimney with confetti in my hands for basically the entire time until my moment to come out and throw a bunch of confetti at my friend Aaron, who was the kid, and then that was it. It's about all I really remember. That, and there was one line that I remembered, which was he brushed his teeth, they said in town, sideways instead of up and down. Which I always thought was really weird because I remember brushing my teeth as a kid.
Shit,
and I'm
that's
like,
how I do it. I'm doing it
am I a bad kid? I'm brushing my teeth on that stuff. So I told this story on the podcast to Sully, I think, a couple of years ago, and that's all I could remember because I had no idea what the play was, what it was at all. So I did sort of a shout out to podcast listeners, and I said, hey guys. If anybody knows what the heck I'm talking about, because it could have just been something that my teacher at the time penned, you know what I mean? Like, who knew if it was even a real thing? And didn't hear anything for a while, and I guess, but there was a listener out there, a keen listener, or maybe just a really good at Googling listener, who found it.
All right.
We have found it. And so today we are gathered here to do a dramatic reading of The Boy Who Laughed at Santa Claus by Ogden Nash.
Yes.
Jason,
Let's begin.
you will be the narrator in the role of...
Narrator.
How are we saying it?
JB's Dawes.
JB's Dawes?
Yes.
Mr. Matt Smith?
Yes.
And I will be reprising my role as Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Don't screw it up this time.
Go when ready.
The Boy Who Laughed at Santa Claus by Ogden Nash. In Baltimore, there lived a boy. He wasn't anybody's joy. Although his name was Jabe's Dawes, his character was full of flaws. In school, he never led his classes. He hid old ladies' reading glasses. His mouth was open when he chewed, and elbows to the table glued. He stole the milk of hungry kittens. and walked through doors marked no admittance. He said he acted thus because there wasn't any Santa Claus. Another trick that tickled Jabies was crying "Boo!" at little babies. He brushed his teeth, they said in town, sideways instead of up and down.
Which I still do that, by the way.
I use a Sonicare.
I'm Sonicare myself.
Yet people pardoned every sin and viewed his antics with a grin, till they were told by Jabies Dawes,
"There isn't any Santa Claus."
Deploring how he did behave, his parents swiftly sought their grave. They hurried through the portals pearly, and Jabies left the funeral early.
So just to recap, his parents died because they couldn't deal with him.
Uplifting story.
Like whooping cough from child to child, he sped to spread the rumor wild.
"Sure as my name is Jabies Dawes, there isn't any Santa Claus."
Slunk like a weasel or a marten through nursery and kindergarten, whispering low to every tot,
"There isn't any. No, there's not."
The children wept all Christmas Eve, and Jabies chortled up his sleeve. No infant dared to hang up his stocking for fear of Jabies' ribald mocking. He sprawled on his untidy bed, fresh malice dancing in his head, when presently, with scalp a-tingling, Jabies heard a distant jingling. He heard the crunch of sleigh and hoof, crisply alighting on the roof. What good to rise and bar the door? A shower of soot was on the floor. What was beheld by Jabies Dawes? The fireplace full of Santa Claus. Then Jabies fell upon his knees with cries of
"Don't!
and
Pretty please!
he howled,
I don't know where you read it, but anyhow, I never said it."
Jabies,
replied the angry saint.
it isn't I, it's you that ain't. Although there is a Santa Claus, there isn't any Jabies Dawes,
said Jabies with impudent vim.
"Oh, yes, there is, and I am him. Your magic don't scare me. It doesn't."
And suddenly he found he wasn't. From grimy feet to grimy locks, Jabies became a jack-in-the-box, an ugly toy with springs unsprung, forever sticking out his tongue. The neighbors heard his mournful squeal. They searched for him, but not with zeal. No trace was found of Jabies Dawes, which led to thunderous applause. Woo! Hey-o! And people drank a loving cup and went and hung their stockings up. All you who sneer at Santa Claus, beware the fate of Jabies Dawes. The saucy boy who mocked the saint, Donder and Blitzen licked off his paint. That's weird.
Gentlemen, we did it. Yeah, so that's a very dark tale.
I know.
That is, I mean, I have so few memories of doing this when I was a kid, and then that, it was found. Thanks, shout out, by the way, to, I wish I could find where the guy that found this, one of our listeners found this, and it's buried so deep in my messages that I tried to look. So shout out to the guy that found this. Thank you so much. We couldn't have done this without you. But that is a dark.
It's very
That is
dark.
a dark Christmas story.
At some point in time, there should have been some bum bum bum.
I know. Like, see how many sound effects I can dub in. Yeah. Mood music, Christmas jingles. So that's the story. You guys did great.
Wow, thank you.
Nailed it.
That was fantastic. The narrator really just killed
He
it.
did.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did.
I got this 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm that good.
When you're good, you're good. When you're good, you're good.
All right. Well, that is it. thank you for listening to the Luthierist podcast. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Guys, happy holidays.
Hanukkah and
do what you do.
All the various.
Take a break from the shops. You know
what?
All the sawdust.
Or make more sawdust. Whatever turns your
hug your family. You know.
Yeah.
Reintroduce yourself to your family.
Buy apple cider. All right.
It'll be awesome. Spend time with your loved ones.
There you go.
We appreciate you guys so much for listening.
You spent time with us. Now spend time with them.
Spend time with us. We're excited about 2018.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be doing some great things and bringing some great stuff to you listeners. So there'll be more on that the first week of January. So
that's right.
Cool.
Thank you very much for the patronage. Thank you very much for listening and supporting the show. And we're excited about bringing you even more and better.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Indeed.
Probably could.
All right. That's a wrap.
All right. Bye.
Bye.